2018. Let's now shift focus to the big event that India is planning, the G20 Leaders Summit that will take place on the 9th and 10th of September. Now, this will be the biggest congregation of foreign leaders, world leaders, VVIPs, heads of state that has ever happened in India, in New Delhi for that matter. Hotel rates are at an all-time high, and this is because of the huge demand. There are more than 10,000 delegates who are going to be coming. There is going to be support staff, air crew, protocol officers, 3,000 journalists. So where are we going to put up so many people in the National Capital Region? There are hotel rooms which are going to cost at least 1 lakh per day when you speak about the 7 or 8 five-star hotels in the National Capital. Let me go across to Mr. Ajay Bakaya, member of the Hotel Association of India, also the MD of Soar Hotels. Mr. Bakaya, thank you very much for joining us. This is a good time for the hospitality industry, but give us a sense of what is the demand that we're looking at on 5th to the 10th of September, and what is the actual supply of rooms in the market in the Delhi-NCR region?
Thank you for having me. It's certainly interesting times. Things are a lot more clearer now as we get closer to the actual dates of 5th to the 10th. In the upper end, the very upscale hotels, the more luxury hotels, yes, they are chock-a-block. I think the rates are closer to 65-70K a room night than to a lakh that you mentioned. But those hotels are all up to the brim and bursting at the seams. On the other hand, the mid-market hotels have not seen a jump in demand. The fact that the government of Delhi has declared a holiday for Delhi goers means it's a long weekend stretching all the way from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So G20 related to the mid-market and to the economy hotels, we have not seen the jump that we anticipated. On the other hand, we're getting additional business demand into Agra, Jaipur, Lucknow, cities closer to Delhi where people can get away and visit. So it works both ways.
Okay, but are there enough five-star rooms for an event of this magnitude? Mr. Bakaya, when you're talking about 10,000 delegates, they'll all have to be put across five-star hotels. Is there enough demand? Is there enough supply?
Well,
are there enough rooms in the system?
Yeah, if you pool Delhi-NCR together, which means they're stretching out into Gurgaon, they're stretching out into across the Yamuna, etc., then yes, it's manageable. Of course, it would be nice if we had
You're saying it's
50%, 100% more capacity. But with what we have, it's okay. People are not exactly lining up on the doorstep.
All right. We also hear that state bhavans, Airbnbs are going to be drawn into the arrangement for the G20 delegations as well. Are you also assisting the government on getting the state bhavans ready, some of the Airbnbs ready? How is that functioning?
I can't talk on behalf of Airbnb. I'm not familiar with that zone at all. And I think the state bhavans would be more for government dignitaries, government functionaries, than for the international customers coming in. That's my sense.
Right. Okay, and could you give us a sense of the kind of special arrangements that the hotel industry has been asked to make by the government for the G20?
Top end, uncompromising on security, probably a lot more than we do routinely. So the security numbers have certainly multiplied. The security processes, the touchless processes, all of that. I think we are more than alert and awake around the clock, and in anticipation. We're doing drills, we're doing all sorts of process checks to make sure we don't fall in that area. So there's huge focus on security over and beyond what you normally see in a hotel room in Delhi. And of course, if you have people coming in from countries like Korea,
and
there are special special.
And will there also be a lot of demand for people wanting to get out of the city during the period? It's going to be a holiday. Everything's going to be shut in central Delhi. You're not going to be able to move. So do you get a sense of a lot of people wanting to move out, going to nearby areas for short vacations?
Big time. There is huge demand from the domestic customer. In fact, a lot of the Delhi people are happier moving out than staying in Delhi. So there is domestic demand into the Jaipurs and the Agras and the Lucknows and the likes. And also, it is fueling some kind of a small revival in the hills, which have suffered in the last month or two due to weather. So we're seeing demand slowly pick up. A lot of delegates would also take time to get away from Delhi into closer destinations. Yes, demand there has picked up anywhere from 30 to 50, 60%.
All right, Mr. Pakaya, thank you so much for joining us. One final question, if I may just put in, a lot has been spoken about presidential suites during the G20 summit, and according to some reports, the prices may go up to 18 to 20 lakhs. This would be up almost 100% from a normal day in the year. Is that correct?
No, I wouldn't say so. You know, the take on presidential suites is very simple. Either people can afford them or they can't afford them. Presidential suites are seldom discounted, if at all. So this 20 lakh number, maybe one or two suites in the whole all of Delhi, and this is not dumping from what you normally charge. If there's a head of a company or a head of a large industrial conglomerate coming in, he'd pay the same amount. I don't see a change in that. The increase would be in your
Mr. Pakaya,
standard rooms more than the suites.
Okay, so you're saying the increase would be most in the standard rooms. But thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast. Our G20 coverage will continue in the days to come, so we hope to have you again. And do keep watching CNBC-TV18 and tuning into our handles to look at all our special reports on the G20. On that note, we take a short break, but when we return, we get you a special discussion on the auto PLI scheme. Remember, there were 85 auto companies which had qualified for the automotive PLI schemes. So far, only 5 have actually applied for incentive disbursements. Now, the industry is very concerned about how to apply, about the stringent SOP criteria. We'll discuss all of that with experts when we're back.